This video documents my family's trip to Europe in mid-March of 2026. The five of us hadn't traveled together since our last family trip to Alaska in late December of 2022, so it had been a while. This week of exploration and eating was the big Christmas gift from our parents this year. We flew into Munich, Germany, and traveled south, making stops in Innsbruck, Austria, Verona, Florence, and Rome, Italy. I had never been across the Atlantic before, so this was a new and very exciting experience for me. I figured I would document the adventure so my family can relive the memories we made together. My sisters and I would be meeting my parents in Munich, so we banded together at the airport to make the trek across the sea. The whole family is in Munich now, and it's about 6 p.m. and we just headed out of the hotel, and we're gonna go to dinner now. We're here at a traditional German beer hall, and we got some food. It looks pretty delicious. We somehow ate all of that food, and now we've got some dessert going. So we're gonna dig in here. For our first full day of the trip, we decided to hit the streets of Munich on foot and see how much of the city we could cover before the jet lag caught up to us. We ended up walking about 13 miles over the course of the day, seeing lots of old buildings and enjoying some hearty German cuisine. We're here eating some lunch at Schneiderbayern. I'm so good at pronouncing German. But yeah, it's freezing outside and raining and snowing and sleeting. But we're in this nice, warm, rustic restaurant. We're having a nice hearty meal, so everything's alright. We just spent like an hour walking through this ancient castle. That's all the information I have about it. I'm here with Maddie. I don't know where the rest of our family is.
They were walking much faster than us.
We're taking in the scenery in this beautiful park and having a great time. Munich. It's about 10 p.m. and we walked like 13 miles today through the streets of Munich, and now we're in the basement of the hotel and we're gonna jump in the pool. I'm realizing I never showed our hotel room, but we're about to leave and we're in a flurry to get everything packed. But here's what it looks like. There's Maddie. Now we're heading downstairs. There's a breakfast buffet on the first floor of the hotel, and so we're gonna meet my parents and Megan down there and eat a bunch of food before getting on a train to Innsbruck, Austria. So our time in Munich is concluding here. Our train's canceled, so we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do. We're looking at the board right now. Maybe there's another train we can get on to go to Innsbruck.
But it's all in German.
And we don't know how to speak German. We're gonna get there, I have no doubt. But I just don't know when or how. My dad got us on the next train, which is leaving at 1:30 p.m. and it's like 11:30 right now. So we dropped off our bags at the hotel and we're just going for another little stroll.
Are learning to navigate travel disruptions in another country when they don't speak the native language. We had to go from one train station to another train station on the subway and make it before the new train leaves. Apparently there's still traffic disruptions on the way to Innsbruck, so we are now leaving from München Ost, which is Munich East.
We're in the quiet zone, so I have to talk very quiet. But we're on the train headed to Innsbruck, and it left maybe 15 minutes ago. So we're just zipping through the southern German countryside right now. We just got off the train, and now we're in Austria. That was my first drink of alcohol in over a year. We just left the Galway Bay where we all shared a pint of Guinness, and I'm drunk now after one drink because I don't drink. Fire.
Like, tell the people how you're feeling.
So, I just had another drink. It's bad. I don't know what's gonna happen to me. I'm pretty drunk right now. That river that I just showed you might end up in it. After a late night out in the town celebrating St. Paddy's Day, we all woke up early and headed out of the hotel into the brisk Innsbruck morning air to see as much of the city as possible before our next train ride to Verona, Italy in the middle of the day. Now we're having a little breakfast moment. I don't know where our parents are, they ditched us. We've got some yummy foods here.
I've already
This is my plate of orange rind. We've arrived in Verona, Italy, got off the train. We gotta walk to our Airbnb where we'll be staying tonight because only residents are allowed to drive through the city, and it's about a mile. But we got all of our baggage, so it's gonna be a little bit of a workout. We've made it to our Airbnb here in Verona, and I'm out on the veranda right now, looking down at the street, and this place is so cool. We've successfully shed all of our burdens and now we're walking to dinner. We just finished dinner. It was molto delicioso. Now we're just walking through the streets of Verona, and it's nighttime. And it's a lot more quiet than I thought it would be. We just left the Airbnb. It's about 8 a.m. We didn't have much time here in Verona, but we're heading back to the train station now. And our next stop will be Florence, Italy, where we'll be spending the next couple days. So, off we go. We're off the train and we're in Florence, Italy now. And we just arrived at our hotel. We just walked through the city from the train station to the hotel. With all of our bags again. And now we're here. I'm standing out here on the balcony and we've got a pretty good view here. Going on a little adventure. We're going to a garden where we will frolic and take photos. We're walking through the streets of Florence, Italy right now, and it's beautiful and it's a really nice day out. We've made it to Boboli Gardens here in Florence, Italy. And I'm here with Megan and Maddie. And we got these big hedgerows.
Here we go. This is Mike Ward preparing for his race against absolutely nobody up the massive hill you're about to see to your left. 3, 2, 1, go.
Look at that speed.
He's trying to find him.
It's like a Where's Waldo.
He literally. Megan and I are down here at the bottom, enjoying this beautiful scenery.
And now he's running back down.
Mike is now running back down the hill. He's cruising. He's cruising.
Look at those windmill arms.
Look at those legs. He's so happy right now. And done.
You guys should really go up there. It's a really good view. This is the view at the top of the hill that I just ran up.
Well, there's another back down there.
In case you were wondering. It's pretty cool.
1, 2, 3. My stress. Can I go?
To the fountains of Pali Bird. I'm him. My family decided to take advantage of the fact that we didn't have a train to catch this day and slept in. But my idea of taking advantage of the situation was slightly different than theirs. I decided to wake up early and go for a 7-mile solo adventure run around the city. The weather was perfect, and it was so fun to zip around Florence before the Vespas and tourists hit the streets. I ran up that hill. It's been a few hours since I finished my run, and everybody's ready to start the day now. I'm really hungry, but we're gonna go get some breakfast. So we went to this cafe and we're just sitting here in the cold shade. I just watched Megan shove an enormous cookie in her mouth, and yeah, we're just relaxing. I got some fizzy water here. Are you really gonna eat all of that?
Yes. Restaurant, for Christ's sake.
So you guys knew about this
I bought it with
and never said anything, and then you put it on.
You actually did a pretty good job there. Are you gonna be okay? We finished dinner, and now we're heading to a gelato place. Can you guess what flavor gelato I'm going to get? I bet you can't.
It's just like bread and cream.
This being the last full day of the trip and our last day in Florence, I decided to go on another jaunt around the city. I did a slightly different route than yesterday, and the weather was perfect yet again. Then, after everyone was cleaned up and packed, we walked back to the train station and headed to our final destination of the trip, the ancient city of Rome. We've made it to Rome, which is our last destination on our trip, and we're on the rooftop of our hotel right now just having some lunch. It's a beautiful day, nice views up here, and yeah, we got the second half of the day to just explore the city. We're in an Uber going to the Vatican City. My dad and I decided that we're gonna fight in the Coliseum, and I'm gonna wear my strawberry hat, and he's gonna get a gladiator mask, and we're gonna fight with our hands and our minds, and we're gonna see who wins. After I beat Dad, we can fight.
I'd win.
We're done sightseeing. Now we're gonna get some pizza for dinner. For our final meal in Rome, we're having pizza. They all look... Oh, I guess Megan's having a calzone. That thing's enormous. Yum. Well, that pretty much sums up the trip. After that pizza dinner, we headed back to our hotel and went to bed early to rest up for a full day of travel back to Colorado. I just wanted to thank my parents for another great family adventure after all these years, and I hope that we can do this sort of thing more often. I love you guys.